everybody, welcome to another episode of Car Addiction. Today it's cold. You're going to see a lot of my videos and all of a sudden you're going to see this video because as usual I took almost a 2 months break and the whole season changed. So today I'm going to talk about, or at least I will do a proper walk around of my new daily driver, which is a 2023 Toyota Tundra. And I apologize, I couldn't select a better day with less wind. This is fall, and in Canada it gets windy, sweaty, dark, and all of that stuff. So if this is your first time in my channel, I'm a huge Nissan enthusiast. I got 3 300ZX twin turbos. Yeah, I sold one. Yeah! I have an R32 Skyline, S15 Sylvia, I got a hard body, and I also have an MR2. I still have that MR2, and it's almost this close to getting rid of it, so that'll be another interesting day. So if you're 21 and younger, stop, watch something else, watch a cat video. Do not be a car enthusiast because it is absolutely detrimental to your financial health. Now the warning's out of the way, let's talk about that. Now the warning's out of the way, let's talk about my new daily driver 2023 Tundra TRD off-road, not a pro. Your boy doesn't make enough money to afford a TRD Pro. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification. Some of you, please don't skip the ad so that your boy can make some money and buy the real thing. But this is a great alternative to the TRD Pro, and today's video, along the walk around, I'm gonna explain why this is one of the best buy in the whole lineup of the Toyota Tundra, because there is, I believe, 21 or 22 options with the different trims, so, and your head is gonna explode. So this video might end up turning into a 2-part video because it might be too long, but let's try to keep it in one video and let's go from there. So, ta-da! This is a 2023 Toyota Tundra SR5 with the Crew Max package. Basically means bigger door, bigger space in the back with 5.5 bed. With the TRD off-road package, it's not the TRD Pro, but that's what everybody wants. And the next one is off-road, and right beside it is the TRD Street package. So let's talk about the elephant in the room, the face, because we all know the last Tundra, it started from, I believe it started its life from 2007 all the way to 2021, and it was arguably more masculine or different. Some people like it, I did too, but when this came out and I was like, holy smokes, talk about a grill. Yeah, it's a big grill. Now, one thing about this grill is we're gonna talk about this bunch of stuff in a different video. You know, my videos is gonna be a little different than all the videos that you see with the journalists and whatnot, because I'm making this video 1.5 months down the road from purchasing the vehicle, and I already put over 10,000 kilometers in about a month and 20 days. Today is October 20th. Go figure. There's a reason I haven't been able to do any videos, because I have been absolutely swamped with stuff. Now, other than the flimsy grill, the face, I absolutely love it. I love the headlights because if you see, the inside of the lights is black. I don't know, I really like it. The Limited or the TRD Pro will come with the different lights where you have individual LEDs. That also looks very cool, to be honest. Couldn't afford that package. It's about another $30,000 more than this package. So yeah, Canadian, not US. And also the headlight, some of the upper models will have an LED turn signal, and I don't know what the term is called, where it goes like this instead of just blinking. But I absolutely love it. Now, the off-road package comes with the mustache, meaning the shiny stuff, the shiny chrome. The TRD Street package comes with body colored molding. To be honest, when I purchased the vehicle, I was adamant about getting some, there's a kit you can find on AliExpress, comes from China. Basically, it's a vinyl wrap that goes over, it mimics the plastic of the grill, so it matches in with the grill. And I was adamant about purchasing that, and installing it myself. But due to me being busy, I got away from it. But now this grill is growing on me, because every other Tundra I see on the road, they will have a body color matching one, and only the off-road packages will have this. And that's how I know they're my buddies. Yeah, nobody likes me. Anyway, this grill is massive, it's huge, but there is so much stuff that happens behind the grill. I hope I can show you guys this thing. These, don't touch them, don't play with them, because these are active grill shutters. They close off, I believe, when you are 40 miles an hour or 60 kilometers to help you with the aerodynamics of it. So, and they are very plasticky, as you can see, and very flimsy, and I've been told easy to break if you mess with it. So if you want to change this grill, it's super easy. It's not attached to the back piece at all. You can take this off and install it with whatever aftermarket grill you want to go with. Just don't touch that part. Now, there's no option in the instrument cluster to make it go on and off other than it doing it by itself. If there is a trick, leave it in the comment section. I would like to know. Sticking to the grill, you see that guy? Intercoolers, and same on the other side. These are massive air-to-water intercoolers. We'll talk about these probably in a different video, because this truck, the technology under the hood is phenomenal, and it will probably take an episode by itself just to talk about this technology, and I geeked out over it. In the front, you have these two rigid headlights. You have your Tundra badge. There's a lot of options in Amazon to get raised lettering. I looked into it. Unfortunately, you can only find it in red. I'm not interested to get red in this black and green truck. Once more colors are available, I'll probably get something. Right here, this is where it does the adaptive cruise and Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. It is also on the windshield. I don't know if you guys can see. And I know you guys have a lot of questions about that windshield, and we will not be answering anything until the end of this video, so stay tuned. So let's look at this side profile. This is not normal. I don't think there is anything on the market other than a Ram 1500 which has a similar profile like that. So I kind of like it. It looks beefy, it looks muscular, it's curvy, everything. I like it. So it has something over here, a dip, and then it comes here, and then goes there, and there. Terrible way of explaining it, but I like it. So you have the 1794, the TRD Pro, and some Capstone edition, these three editions. You'll have a badge right over here saying 1794, TRD Pro, or Capstone. Looks really cool. Makes it even more bolsterous than the way it is. The wheels. Because I have the TRD Pro, no, I don't. Because I have the TRD Off-Road edition, it came with the TRD Off-Road wheels. These are 18-inch rims, 18 by 8.5. I believe it's 42 offset. And then it came with 265, 70, 18 tires. These are Michelin LTX Trail Edition. So it is, how can I say it politely? It's a highway tire that's been masked and designed to look like an off-roading tire, but it is not too far off from a highway tire. We're gonna have a separate video on this tire. I don't wanna make it sound bad. It is a fantastic tire. We are gonna make a video on this tire, and I am really looking forward to the winter performance of this tire, especially in snow, ice, and sleet. And of course, all the tires, they come with built-in TPMS and a bunch of other sensors. You can monitor them. Up in the front, you have this 4-puck disc brake, and on the back it's just a single puck disc brake, but it is a big boy disc. I have been regularly putting over 1,000 pounds in the back of this truck a couple of times a week during my ownership, and to be honest, the brakes work great. You wouldn't even know you actually have 1,000 pounds in the back when you're braking. Something to do with that, because in the previous Tundras there was a lot of reviews that people were upgrading the brakes because it was a little spongy, it wasn't that as responsive as they wanted to, blah blah blah. So I guess Toyota listened and they fixed it. Okay, in terms of the doors, first of all, let's start from this mirror. This mirror has a blind spot detector in it, and it's a heated mirror. One thing I'm gonna say is the mirror is big enough that you don't need a separate blind spot. Those mirrors that I use in all my cars, something like this guy. That guy. In the Tundra, you don't need it because this thing is massive. There's ample room between the body and the mirror that you can sit there and you can watch the full lane. There's the blind spot is almost negligible. And on top of that, you have the blind spot sensor. So it will not only beep, but it will bring you back to your lane if it feels like you're gonna hit somebody. Toyota Safety Sense 2.5 is in this truck, and man, it's spoiling me. It's destroying my sixth sense and my driving style. I drive like a piece of because the truck is so smart. It keeps everything look pretty. And then in terms of the door, just a regular door. We're going to come to that door in a bit. This handle is very interesting. So now let's say you have the key in your pocket. Before we talk about the key in my pocket, I should talk about the key. Toyota has a shortage of key fobs. You heard it right. They have a shortage of key fobs. People, when they buy the truck, they get one key fob, and then sometimes between 7 to 11 months, they will get mail another one. Stupid, but whatever. One key fob is plenty. Sticking to the key fob, remember all these theft videos and blah 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 where people were walking around the house with something in their hand to get the key signal? Toyota did something to it. So the way the thieves were doing it, because there's a little light over here. While we are talking, you will see it blink because I believe every 30 seconds it sends a ping to the vehicle to communicate that the key is alive or the vehicle is nearby or something like that. So when the thieves comes to steal the vehicle, they try to copy that signal and mimic it so the door will open it and let the thieves in there. This key still does it. It still emits that signal. But one thing I'll tell you, it's a very weak signal because I could be, let's say, 100 feet away, no between me and the truck, nothing obstructing anything. If I try to unlock it, it won't. In my previous Hyundai Santa Fe, we had a smart key. I could unlock that sucker 1,000 feet away with buildings in between. But this, you really have to be, I noticed 30 to 40 feet range, you click it, it will unlock. Anything more, it just doesn't work. Is it a bad thing? Not sure. Is it a good thing? Definitely, because now the thieves can't really, it's just a little harder for the thieves to get a hold of that signal. Just staying with the key fob. If the key fob is in your pocket, like where it should be, you touch this part, one time, truck's locked. If you want to check if the truck's locked, you can touch anytime. It will just one beep and you will hear the mechanism trying to lock. That way you know it's locked. If you want to open it, all you have to do, unlock. Lock. Open! Yeah, worked, unlocked. Voice command. I don't know how it worked, but it did. All right, moving to this door. Now, from this angle, you can see all the messed up stuff I did instead of doing it. I should learn how to wipe. Anyway, this door. This is the Cremax with the extended door. The double cab, that door is about this much. So when you open it, because you can, I locked it, right? Another thing about the locking part, you unlock it twice, then it opens the back door. Massive door with massive amount of space. I'm gonna remove this in a bit and I'll show you how much space I have. But the major difference between the Cremax and the double cab is the size of the door. In a double cab, the door stops almost here, almost a foot smaller than the Cremax, which results in legroom. So when I went to the Toyota dealership, I wanted to buy a 4-door Tacoma because your boy was driving a Taco and I'm poor. I was talking to the sales guy, Nick, and Nick basically talked me out of a Tacoma and put me in a Tundra because he asked me, why do I need to upgrade? And I told him I needed more backseat. He goes, good, let's go sit in a Tacoma. So I sat in the Tacoma. This is the 2023, not the 24 Tacoma. And he didn't have the pricing and blah, blah, blah. So we were still talking about the 2023. There's some great price going on right now, so I was very interested. I sat on the back seat. What I realized sitting on the back seat of the Tacoma, where the driving seat is where it's supposed to be when I sit on it, there was no space. My leg was hitting the back of the driver's seat. Then I realized in my Access Cab Tacoma versus the Quad Cab Tacoma, the difference was probably 3 or 4 inches. Nick asked me, is it worth you trading that truck in and getting into a new truck with all this money just to get 3 to 4 inches? And I thought about it, and the answer was no. And then he took me to another. Georgetown Toyota was the only Toyota in GTA which had Toyota Tundras in stock. Stupid. So Nick had a couple of Tundras in stock, and he goes, "These are customer Tundras. Why don't you just sit in one? You make your call." I go in. He opens the door. First of all, the interior is messy because I drove 10,000 kilometers with tools, la 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 la. One day I'll talk about the other side of my business. So Nick opened the door and he told me to go jump in, and I did. Here's the back. Here's the front seat where I like to be seated. And trust me, I don't sit like a normal human being. I almost laze around like lowrider. That spot, and this is me. The distance is amazing. I can sit here, put my leg up, and not even touch the driver's seat. That sold me because I drive a lot. There are some times I have to spend nights in the middle of the road, and in the access cab I had some space in the back. I had some camping gear and I would make a bed in the back, and whatever, I got through it. It helped. But when I saw this space, I was like, oh boy, I will sleep good at night in the back. Which I do. I sleep on floor. Sometimes I sleep in the back of the truck. I do. I travel to remote places, and sometimes there's no hotels. Sometimes I'm in areas where there's nothing really, no human for miles and miles and miles. I would pull over and just sleep. Anyway, the backside. Staying true with the front design, the back design is also all these bumps and blah blah blah. Just makes it look girthy and muscular and everything else that you can think about. The fuel cap here. I hope you guys can see it. Another thing about the fuel cap and the fuel tank. This one has 110 liter fuel capacity. Yikes. It's 87 octane. It's recommended 87. You can put a 91 in. I haven't used 91 in this yet. Some people say with 91 you get a little bit better MPG. There's no concrete evidence to that. So again, I'm poor. 87 is fine with me. With 87 octane, a full tank of gas, I will average between 750 to 780 kilometers. On the highway, I will touch 800. So right now I'm averaging about 12.8 liter per 100 because lately I've been doing a lot of stop and go in city driving. On the highway driving, I do quite a bit. I do 11.8 or 12 per 100. Yeah. One more thing about MPG. Off-road, TRD off-road, this is the only addition that doesn't come with the automated wind guard in the front. So all the different versions of the Toyota Tundra, at a certain speed, I believe 80 kilometers or more, it will have an automated wind guard. It steps down from right under the front bumper. And then when you slow down, it goes back and it's automated. In the TRD off-road, no more. You get a little less highway MPG because that's not there, but also, you know what? I'm a car guy. MPG is not the most important thing. One more important thing. Another important change in the Tundra or any other truck is in the 2022 and onwards Tundra, the exhaust is on the driver's side. Traditionally, it has always been on the passenger side or some Rams or whatever with dual exhaust. They have been on the back. Almost nothing on the driver's side. This one first. Now the back. The TRD Pro, the Limited, and a bunch of other versions of it, there's a button hidden right under this section. You can bump and the tailgate will open. It doesn't work in mine because your boy didn't have the money to get that option. I have to do it the manly way. You press a button. Yes, it has soft falling, not closing. Tailgate. So it will slowly dampen itself. We'll come to the back in a bit. Staying with the bolt strength side of it, I love every corner of the new Tundra. One thing you should keep in mind, this is aluminum, all of it, aluminum. One thing I don't like about is this section, especially this corner, it's plastic. It's a truck, it's gonna go to job sites. This is the off-road edition, so you're gonna off-road with it, do all sorts of, this being plastic, not good, especially when you have the door open. I am 5'10". For me to get in there, it's a big stretch. I can't get in there because you guys will comment that I'm fat and I can't get in, so I'm just gonna show you that I can. Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's why if this was not plastic and if there was a built-in step or something, life would have been so much easier. Amazon came in handy, 164 bucks, and 20 minutes of my time I installed this. Because I am fat. Other than that, the back side of it, these are all plastic. Even this, it's not metal. It's plastic with a coating on it. And all the sensors, it comes with a 4-pin and a 7-pin toe and the toe hinge. Let's talk about these lights. I love them as usual. There's 3 LEDs and black in between. And the limited and the TRD Pro edition, the black in between is a little bit more pronounced. I don't know if it is intentional or something else, but it is a little bit more pronounced, and they have the, when you turn the signals, it goes beep, beep, beep. What's the term for it? Come on! Leave it in the comment section. But on this one, if you turn the turn signal on, it just blinks the whole way. So that's that. Now let's go to the bed. As you can see, bed's been well loved. There's one fatal flaw with the bed. It's too slippery. It loves to move about. So when you put down weights in there, make sure you tie them down with the proper either ratchet strap or there's options. There's slats cut in the size of the door to cut a 2x6 in shape and slide it in there. I was using a 2x6. There's a mark for it too. I don't know where I threw it out. It's somewhere here. There's a construction zone going on in the back of my house. So the bed is good. I would have liked a bed which is a little less slippery. So either I'm going to opt in for a rubber bed mat, that way nothing slips, or a Rhino liner or something like that. I'm probably going to go with a rubber bed mat because I found it on Amazon for 150 bucks, where a Rhino liner will probably be a couple of $100, $600 to $700. All right, let's talk about those lights. These lights are very handy, very powerful. There's an option inside, I'll show you, that you can either have it attached to the door or you can have it permanently on or permanently off. They, right now, they don't look bright, but they're super bright. They're very helpful at night. Like, it lights up, brighten up the whole back, and it makes your life a lot easier to get the job done. 1 week later. All right, so I'm back almost after a week or so. Where did I leave it? I think I made it up to here. So, editor, if I overlap anything, just delete it. Use the one. So in the back, of course, it comes with a hitch and the whole 9 yards. So all you need is the piece that goes inside the hitch holder and the ball, the hitch ball. But also that comes in a package with the truck, so it's fully good to go. You don't have to buy anything. I'll show you that in a bit. The back side of it, it's the classic this shape. This is a plastic piece. Toyota and a lot of other manufacturers are following this shape because I think it has something to do with aerodynamic, blah blah blah. The other side is not any different from that side, so I'm not gonna talk much on this side. Not metal. Don't think it's metal. The other thing is, and I noticed it when I was installing the side steps, from here, there's nothing stopping it. You can literally see the top part. It's all wide open. I don't know, Toyota did it probably for weight reduction and blah, 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 but I mean, really should have thought about it. It does come with a full-size spare, so it's not a donut or anything. It does have another piece of Michelin LTX trail in there. All right, so I'm gonna start from the back, the rear passenger door. It doesn't really have much options. It doesn't come with the rear heated seats. So the open, the lock, window control, and then the handle. But under the handle, there's a little bit more space for you to put, I don't know, your phone or something small and skinny. And then at the bottom of this door, this is the extra weather stripping from the turf. The bottom of this door has spots for 2 water bottles. Honestly, I had another 2 water bottles here, so you can actually put 4 water bottles. Top of that, you still have this much space, so there's a lot of space for that. You probably need it because behind the back of the driver's seat, there's no sleeve to put anything. In terms of the truck, especially in Canada, they all come with Toyota Tundra rubber mats. So they did provide me with another set of, you know, the factory mat, but I just never cared to put that in because in Canada we get a lot of snow, salt and whatnot. These rubber mats are going to be lifesaver. So, and a lot of people complained about this hump in this tunnel section because then, you know, you can't slide in a piece of whatever. Yes, it makes a big difference, but I personally don't use it for that application at all, so that doesn't bother me. Behind the passenger seat, yes, there is a storage sleeve, and right over here you have a little bit more storage to put your phone or whatever. There's 2 more cup holders, and these 2 pieces, because it's an SR5, it doesn't have the phone charger or the auxiliary 110 amp. The limited editions, they do come with it. You do have rear vents for heat and whatnot, so they slide left and right to close. It's mostly up and down. The middle seat, it doesn't fold down on my own because it's a 60-40 split. That's the 40, this is the 60. It doesn't bother me because it does have extra cup holders over there, so usually they fold down and they will have 2 cup holders, but don't need it. Let's show you some more storage. Okay, so this is under the rear seat. There's lots of storage. It goes all the way to the other end. Yeah, I have my brush, a bunch of stuff, all the catalog and the wheel lock nut kit and whatnot. Behind that section, there will be the roadside tire change, blah, 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 those tools that I will never use. And this is the package I was talking to you guys about. It comes with the receiver and the ball and the pen, the whole 9 yards. It's all Toyota stuff. So Toyota includes those with the whole hitch kit with all of their new Tundras apparently. The back is done. Let's go to the front passenger. All right, so the front passenger seat, you got lock, unlock, power lock, unlock, and window controls, and the door handle is the individual door lock, unlock. As the rear seats, right under the handle, you have a little bit more space to put whatever slim things you will need. And then you have 2 water bottles and more. So I did put 2 water bottles. This doesn't really have enough space for more water bottle. And this side, because of this reflector light, it doesn't have the depth, so you can't really put more, but just 2 water bottles, which is fine. The seats, they are SRS airbag seats. The passenger seat is also power. That's one of the packages that comes with the off-road edition. It has 8-way power, including lumbar. A lot of the SR5s, I think Limited doesn't have this hole. It's covered, but the SR5s will have this hole to put more storage. There's a lot of places for storage. And then, of course, the glove compartment, it's stacked so that the documents can go in nice and smooth. Because this is the SR5 with not the tech package, so it doesn't have the 14-inch big screen. It only has the 8-inch. Now, when you do have the 14-inch big screen, that covers the usage for this and other space. So it's a pros and cons. Yes, it's a bigger screen, but not necessarily it has any higher resolutions or whatnot. So a lot of people talked against that big screen, even though the big screen will come with 360-degree camera and a bunch of other options. But if you don't need it, don't want to spend that extra $1,600 for that option, I mean, you know what, there's nothing wrong with this screen. All right, we're at the driver's side. That's where all the action happens. So yeah, so all the window controls, these 2 buttons are automatic, so you click all the way, they will come all the way. I have a feeling the rear buttons are also automatic. I never used it. That's moment of truth. Oh, okay. I take it back. Sorry, just found out all 4 of them are automatic. Yeah. And then, of course, the cubby and the 2 spots for bottles. This is a little higher, just like the passenger side, because of the reflector. But I mean, there's plenty of space. 8-way adjustable seat with airbags on the side. The rubber mats, these holes are so good to hold on excess water. It will come off the shoe. Okay, right beside the driving steering wheel. So you have the heated steering wheel,
the headlight adjuster, because when you put weight on the back, so that the truck doesn't do that and blind people, so you can adjust the headlight. Be a nice guy. I'm not, so I just leave it that. This button is for, see the lights on? Those lights. So whenever the vehicle is unlocked, those lights will be on for a while and then they die off, or the moment you open the tailgate, that light is automatically on, and it's very bright, and I absolutely love that idea. Then the next button is for automatic headlight. It works reasonably well. After that is auto start off. Now the auto start, auto shut off is very interesting in this vehicle. Like my wife's Ford Edge over here, in my wife's Ford Edge, in order for you to have the auto stop or whatever, you can stop it anywhere and the car will just die like that. Where in the Tundra, it lets you choose. So whenever you want to have the auto start or whatever, all you have to do, you come to a brake and then you just have to press extra hard. When you press extra hard, it will do the auto start stop. But it doesn't do it all the time. It depends on when it will do it. So let's say the vehicle is still getting warm, it won't do it, or needs to charge the battery, won't do it. Certain times, certain situations where the vehicle needs more power for the HVAC or whatever situation, it won't do it. So when you come to a stop, there will be a message that will show up right here, and it will tell you auto start stop available, and then you press it, it will work right away, or it will show you it's not available, so no matter how much you press, it just won't work. The steering wheel, it's a busy steering wheel. The TRD off-road will come with the red stitching, the red tape, and the red leather wrap around the gear shifter. The TRD Street will only come with the red steering, but this area, it's not going to be covered the whole way. On the steering, you can use this to go back from the messages, and you can toggle through everything. There are a couple of smart options. So it will literally tell you the tire pressure, trailer brake, and how much it is, the trailer backup status. Now this is the roll and pitch. I really like this, and this is going to be very helpful when you go off-road. But until then, it's there. And then the settings menu with all your sensors that's on, you can do that. And it's showing me a warning because it's due for an oil change. I'm gonna have to book that up. It's fuel economy, so I'm doing 13 liters per 100 kilometers. Canada. MPG wise, I think I'm somewhere around 18.5-ish. I do a lot of city driving, a lot of stop and go traffic, so that's probably why a little low. And then here I have the compass, the lane departure. That's pretty much it. And then the music menu, blah blah blah. So you only have one button to receive and end calls. One button does both. This is the return key. So right here, showing the return key to get out of that menu, because I have the door open, it keeps showing me the door is open. And then you have the volume up and down, and you have this is hands-free voice control. Right over here, you have, this is adaptive cruise, and this lets you select the distance you need to be from the vehicle in front. That's the cruise button, which turns on the adaptive cruise. This is the lane departure. This is cancel cruise, set, reset. This is mood. It will toggle through. Come on. Stop. Okay. So the mood basically toggles through radio, satellite radio, and auxiliary, whatever. I barely use that. And the dash, you got your tacho, right here, the engine heat, engine oil pressure, battery voltage, speedo, and fuel, and then the instrument cluster. And this black section and that black section is full of sensors, like warning lights and whatnot. Okay, the fun stuff, the center console. The center console, this piano black, is not your friend. It gets dirty, any speck of dust it will show right over here. So on top of it, you have the electronic parking brake button, and then this there as a hold option. Basically, if you're in stop and go traffic, you don't have to sit on the brake, you press the hold. Whenever you stop, take the foot off, the vehicle stops, it doesn't go anywhere. And then on top of it, there's these blank options. Maybe on a TRD Pro or high spec vehicle, these will have different options. But I have traction control, hazard, rear diff lock. That only comes on when the vehicle is in 4 low. Same over here. There's bunch. These are all HVAC options, and the heated seats. There's no cool seats. Fan off, window defrost, the mirrors defrost, AC, and all that. This one, if you connect your phone through a USB here, it literally it disconnects the Bluetooth and it wants to connect hardwired in, so that's why I don't use it. Okay, so the all-wheel drive selector. So currently the vehicle is in 2-wheel drive. I barely need it to go to 4-wheel high, unless in winter times. In winter times, certain situations we have to drive 4 high. 4 low, I almost never go, but you know, you're supposed to go a couple of times. So all you do is push, and then you can go toggle between the different selections. So there's drive mode. So when you're in drive mode, believe I'm gonna have to start the vehicle to show you the drive mode options. See, maintenance required. Just have to get it all changed up. Whatever. So the drive mode, when you click on drive mode, you toggle the switch, and it will show you the eco, normal, and sport mode, which is, they do drive different. The engine tuning and the gear shifting, everything else is different. And then you have the tow haul. Because I have the tow haul on, and you can toggle between tow haul plus and whatnot, but because nothing is connected in the back, it won't really show me the rest of the options. And also you have the hill descent or crawl control right over here. You can turn that on, but it's not going to show anything because the transfer case is in 2-wheel drive. Once you put it in 4 high or 4 low, these options shows up. And multi-terrain select, that is also, you need to be in 4 high or 4 low. So once you go to 4 high, you can go to multi-terrain select and select all these options. I forgot to add, the red TRD start button is right over here, and the trailer brake controller is right over here too. So yeah, that's that. On the ceiling, you got your sunglass holder, SOS button. I think it comes with a 10-year SOS, and after that you're gonna have to pay. And the dome light, and this is the most interesting button ever, because that button does that. And believe me, buddy, in summertime, you just crack the window this much and you can park the truck anywhere. And when you come back after a long day of the truck getting beaten by the sun, it's not hot inside. It's really not, and it's so cool. Really like that idea. When it comes to this system, it's very fast, responsive, and whatnot, but I have my own opinion about it. I will make a separate video about this because Toyota might not be happy with all the comments that I will make. Oh, center console, there's more. I just have so much stuff in there. Okay, so it has, it literally has this ledge to have your phone, and then you can put your phone charger, and you can literally line up these chargers right over here. In a limited or any higher end models, this section is basically a wireless charger. So if you put your phone there, it'll start charging automatically. These little accent pieces, I bought them from Amazon for like 54 bucks for 100 and some piece. Again, 2 extra large cup holders. They're big enough for whatever you want to put. They're big enough for a 7-Up Big Gulp. And then there's these 2 more storage. This is perfect to keep my wallet. I usually keep my wallet right over here. And then this slides in and off so that you have quick access. I'm gonna take this off because every time I open it all the way without moving this, it will fall off. I really need to organize this section. This is the amount of receipts that I accumulated in 2 months. So yeah, my cards and whatnot, your coin holders. Now, I don't know if I will be able to pull this off because I bought a tray which brings the height up from the bottom. There's 2 levels of height, so that makes a big difference. Yeah, that's that. There are a couple of things I don't want to show in the camera. A little private.
should have cleaned the truck a little bit before I started this video. Anyway, a couple of more videos I shot. They haven't been uploaded yet, so they will be uploaded very soon. The driving feel, I'm gonna make a totally separate video for under the hood because this engine is fantastic. It's so cool. I geek out about it all the time. And there will be one video about things I don't like. There are certain things I don't like, but it's not enough that I actually hate the truck. I love the truck. And then I will have a video about the infotainment system because Toyota needs to know problem with that. All right, well, if you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. I'll try to answer to the best of my ability. I'm not a Toyota expert by any means, but I love these Toyota trucks. Had a Taco for a while. I grew up riding Land Cruisers, and yeah, leave it in the comment section and let's see what we can do.